We're going to examine customer relationship management, or CRM, and in particular we're going to look at why it fails and maybe some of the ways to make it successful. To help us do that is Stan Maklan. Now Stan, you've spent over 10 years looking at customer relationship management. What's the benefit of it, and why on earth does it waste so much money?
Well, like so many initiatives, you could see waves. Initially, when people decided to invest in customer relationship management, they bought into a legitimate view that customers want more than just the products they buy from organizations. They want a relationship with companies who can provide them solutions over the long term to deeper, more profound needs. Customers who were happy with the service they were getting, finding that not only their needs were fulfilled, but they were being more effective, whether they're consumers or businesses, because of the support of their suppliers, would be loyal to those customers, would buy more from them, spend more, demand less discount, recommend more. And so when you took a look at the advantage of loyalty, reduced cost of service, reduced cost of marketing, the value of recommendation, companies legitimately saw, hey, we should invest in our customer base because these people can really drive the profitability of the business. So it really was a win-win. Win for the customer, win for the company.
You've found that there's been a lot of money invested in this.
Yeah, so I was citing some books. Professor Adrian Payne's CRM handbook talks about some $200 billion invested over a 5-year period recently in CRM. But when you look at surveys from managers about are they successful, are they getting the return that they expected to get, anywhere between 50% to 75% say they're not. So the question I ask is the $150 billion just wasted, or what can we do with it? Now we are seeing a sort of second wave. The early investments in CRM were very much, let's bring in some new systems, let's hope it all works. And there's been some salutary lessons there. And I think we're now seeing a more mature wave of investment or management of customer programs. And I suspect if we could repeat those early surveys, we'd find a higher rate of success now.
So why is the success rate so low, certainly initially, and what can you do about it?
Well, I think the success rate was low because I think firms had a technology a based view of it, because there is a technology component to the database, the mining tools, the Salesforce automation, the rest of it was complex. What you found was that the marketers had some vague idea, yes, let's get closer to our customers, but couldn't operationalize that into systems and structures. It's not the way marketing people are trained. Those with that capability in the organization were the technologists, the IT people, but of course they weren't trained or capable in the management of relationships, how trust forms, how you build that sort of trust. So you fell into a bit of a black hole here. You thought that the IT department could specify a system. The marketing people couldn't really tell you what they were going to do with it until they played with the system. And so you fell into this little gap between those who understood the customer and those who understood the technology.
You've got some quite clear views about the antidote to this, haven't you?
Well, yes. What my research has shown is that the companies that succeed are not the ones who start off with big investments in technology first and hope the capabilities to manage customers will follow. Quite the opposite. They're almost acting like venture capitalists. They're saying, let's do a little. Let's ring fence some customers. Let's get the relationship right. Let's see what the benefits are. Let's develop a team of people who know what they're doing. Let's create the business case from real situations, see what it's like, and then backfill with further technology investments to make it better and to scale it up across the business.
So bit by bit, steady as she goes, build the capability.
Definitely, I think people should be learning and capability focused when investing in marketing type technologies, not asset focused. The idea that you can spend a lot of money on a system, train people in the technical aspects of the system, and then their capabilities to extract value of it will automatically comply, I think is false. I would do it the other way around. And that way you invest a bit of money, you have a team that knows what they're doing, and they could specify exactly the investments they need. You really de-risk your investment in that way. It's almost like buying a real option on your customer management.
So if you were to pick a small number of those capabilities, what would they be?
Part of the challenge of CRM is it's very context specific. What works for a car company where people buy their car every 3 or 4 years is far different, for example, than an online betting company where people could be on the site several times a day. What works for a company like Tesco will be different from a company like Dell or Apple because of the nature of the product, the involvement, the purchase cycle. So there is unfortunately no generic rule. I think the first thing you have to do is to see to what extent the customer does respond to the initiatives, what value is really created to the customer with your CRM program. Not just value to you, is there value to the customer? How to make it operational? What things does the customer react to? What do they appreciate? What don't they appreciate? How much they're willing to invest in the relationship? Who in the organization is capable of changing the relationship and managing it? Do you have the skills in place? Do you have the right people? Do you have the right channels? So I think you've got to answer all those questions. So the answer is a combination of channel, of skills, of customer, of proposition. And there is no one size fits all, which is why I say the experimental and learning approach is more likely to succeed.
So a key message on how to respond to the challenges of CRM.
I guess if there's one piece of advice I'd make to companies is to move away from the idea of a top-down, directed, single-hit investment approach to CRM and replace that with much more of a bottom-up leadership from the middle managers who have to make it work with customers and let them drive the pace of the program, the pace of investment.
Stan, thank you very much.